He's really confident right now. I'm really proud of really that whole offense for just kind of never flinching and picking it up and, got us back into it. Then defensively kind of fed off of that and made some stops. And it was, you don't want to start like that, but it was really good to climb back. I think it's all part of learning, part of our journey. And sometimes it happens like that. You don't want it to happen like that. I got to find out why it happened like that, fix it, so it doesn't happen like that. And I told the guys in the locker room, against a really good team, it's hard to come back like that. And I think this Southern Miss team, they kept fighting and clawing. That's a physical football team with a veteran defense. They kept fighting, and we were able to hit some to kind of get back into it. But man, if we didn't, it'd been a tough sled uphill there in the first half.
Take questions from online. If you can hear us, go ahead.
Let's go. There you go.
Let's ask me go ahead at least. We can't get it back. For David, all of us, your offense is just snowballing. This kind wouldn't be playing over happening where it will just takes building and build it.
Well, that's what I was just talking about. You got to get in a rhythm. You got to get the quarterback in a rhythm. You got to get the offensive line in a rhythm. And I think when you're in a rhythm, it's easy to kind of keep going. Like I said, I think it starts with being able to run the football. If you're able to run the football, the space starts to come a little bit easier. And so, yeah, we got in a rhythm and we got going, and it was really good. And I think, again, when you're able to convert on third down, those third and longs became third mediums and third and shorts as the game went, and they started to wear a little bit. And as our first and second down efficiency got better, those third downs became shorter, and that's where you kind of saw us be able to move the chains and be able to kind of get the tempo going.
Here it is. Was a very big sample of your defense making the conversation one that makes so basically was shut down to run. How would this start to happen?
Yeah, that was a huge emphasis going into the game. I think when the quarterback change happened, it added a different dimension, and that's where I think for us, where we were struggling with the vertical pass game and the crossers and all of those things, I thought when the quarterback change happened, we were even more locked in on the run game. And I thought that young man did a really good job off of some play action stuff and some boot stuff, creating some things down the field. I thought that added another dimension that we had to go and be able to stop. I thought at times we did, at times we didn't, but I thought we did a really good job with the run game. I thought early defensively, we just weren't wrapping up. There was just a bunch of missed tackles all over the place, and credit to those guys on defense and T.O. and the staff. I mean, like the emphasis on just wrapping up and gang tackling and getting 10 more hats to the ball. I thought early in the game, it certainly didn't look like that. Obviously, I want to watch the film, but huge emphasis to gang tackle as we went. I thought we certainly did a better job there.
Peter Blake, go ahead.
Hey, what's going on, Coach Golesh? Congratulations on the win. Talk about your quarterback's offense, 19 for 29, 193. And you kind of spoke about this last week, how you felt like your coaches didn't do a good enough job to get him in a rhythm. How important was it to get him in a rhythm at the beginning of the game, going 9 for 9?
Yeah, I don't know if I said our coaches didn't do a good enough job getting in the rhythm. I took the blame there. So that would be more on me. I thought Byram did a really good job managing the game. I thought he did a really good job taking what was there, not forcing anything. And I thought he did get in a rhythm. I think part of him being in a rhythm is him running the football. He loves to run it. He's really good with the decision making in the run game. I thought he handled the RPO game well, and I thought really efficient in the pass game. There's a couple he'd want to get back. The one throw early in the game to Sean down in the tight zone, he would take back, but then he turns around and makes a beautiful throw to Hardiman, and Hardiman makes a great catch on it. I think he's just continuing to grow. I thought we did a better job getting him in a rhythm. We've got to continue to grow in terms of our play action pass game, but I think he gets himself in a rhythm by running the football and kind of gets going. I thought he did a really, really good job. Certainly taking care of the football. The sacks we got to clean up, but did a really good job of making really, really good decisions, and that's what quarterback is all about.
Your running game is the categories with 51 times running the ball and over 300 yards. How dangerous it is your offense, and also how impressed are you with that running back room right now with, of course, Kelly Joyner and of course Devon Wright Brown.
Yeah, we've said all along, Teron Keith has done a really phenomenal job in there as well. When he had 6 a carry tonight, 8 carries. They kind of all feed off of each other. I'm really impressed with that running back room, but it's a really veteran running back room. Kelly's played a bunch of football. Naquan's played a bunch of football. Teron Keith has played a ton of football. Really impressed with that running back room, but it's also why we lean on them, because if you have half a brain, you're gonna get the guys that can get you positive yards, the ball in their hands. And so it's a credit to the O-line, it's a credit to the tight ends, but certainly those running backs have done a good job. They feed off of each other, they push each other. I think it's phenomenal if you got 3 guys that you trust, and really we've got a couple more in there that we're trying to bring along, but if you got 3 guys, then you don't have to take any more than what Naquan had 15 carries. You can kind of divvy them up, you can keep guys fresh. That's a huge benefit. And then with Byron being back there as well, I think we become really multi-dimensional. That's hard to defend, but it certainly opens up the pass game as well. And so we got to keep those guys healthy. We got to continue to push forward with the O-line, and but it's certainly where we want to start. We've always been that way. It's always been based on the run. You've got to run the football effectively to win football games, and we won the time of possession today. So that rarely happens, but I'm gonna hang on to that for at least 12 hours in class. Thanks, Adam.
Joey Knight, go ahead.
There's a crowd. Get people laugh out of that.
Alex Key.
I can hear you, Joey. You stayed up, Joey. I'm proud of you, man.
Grab myself. Just the fact that you came and your touchdown time earlier, we see the maturity from a football team and a team affecting its process in real time.
Yeah, I think so. We had a spell there in the middle of the year a year ago where we started down every game, and we could not get out of that. I never felt today where we were down 14 like, man, here we go again. I never felt that from our team. I never felt that from our guys. Like, you could sense that it was like, all right, when are we getting back out there? When are we getting back out there? So but I also think, there's a sense of maturity amongst the team in general. The guys, they're self-aware. They know what's going on. Like, defensively early, like, what the hell's going on? But we're not tackling right now. All right, we got to wrap up. We got to squeeze extra tight. Like, it's real. It's happening. We got to go. There's a self-awareness. There's not a look on anybody's face that's like, man, what the hell's going on? They're self-aware enough because they are mature. I got to figure out why it happened, because it can't happen again. But it was such an emotional week, and myself included, coming off of that game a week ago. I challenged our team to kind of let it go and turn the page. And I don't know that we ever did, to be honest with you. And I know that that's probably bad to admit, but I'm being honest when I say I don't know that we ever turned the page. I think that last 6 minutes and 40 seconds a week ago, probably didn't do a good enough job coaching that in terms of wiping it off, because it continued to be a piece of our conversation in terms of finishing a game. And got to focus on starting the game as well. So I got to find the balance there. All over, man. That's on me. I'll do that job. But
one final one, Coach. Now you go home to play a top 10 Miami Hurricanes team. Could you speak about the opportunity not only for your football team, but for your fan base to show out?
Yeah, I said it to you after the game. We need our fans to buy these tickets and fill that joker up, and man, it'll be a fun night in Tampa. Ray J packed out, green and gold, and against a really, really good football team. I've obviously not started getting ready there, but certainly a team that that's through the first 3 weeks played extremely well, and got a ton of respect for that staff and what that program is. I got a couple of Hurricanes on our staff that are really proud of their alma mater and are going to have a chance to go play that game. I'm really excited. I think it'll be just the next step for us in our process, at our growth. We need that Joker full. We need that stadium full, loud. It'll be a huge night for recruiting for us. It'll be a huge night in Tampa, and then we got to get ourselves ready to go play against a really good football team that seems to be one of the best quarterbacks in the country, and a bunch of skill and a bunch of guys that we're familiar with, and certainly a staff that has done a really good job building that football program. And they're in year 3 or 4 building, and that's where we're heading. So I'm excited to go get ready for those guys.